All right. Hello, everybody, and doing another video real quick. I thought we'd do a quick pick. Everyone's seen online the question. I thought I'd do a quick pick on him. Plus, I haven't really seen much about Abra Kadabra online, so I thought I'd do on one of my now favorite sculpts from the sets on Abra Kadabra, which I believe he's just a nasty little piece here. But all right, let's start off with everyone's favorite here. Actually, well, no, we'll start off with Abra Kadabra. So Abra Kadabra, both of these guys actually have 6 clicks of life. Abra starts off with flight. He's got running shot, precision strike, energy shield deflection with an 18 defense. So that is awesome. Plus he's got, on his starting click, he's got perplex and shape change, which crazy useful. He's not going to get hit that easily. Plus he's rocking the Mystics team ability at only, I believe, 110 points. 110 points for this guy. Now, he's got a trait, which is awesome. Puppet Transformation. When an opposing character targets Abra Kadabra with an attack and misses, that character has the teeny size symbol and modifies its attack and damage values by -1. This effect lasts until that character begins and ends the same turn with no action tokens. So yeah, you better, when you're taking a swing at Abra Kadabra, you better be sure that you're going to hit him. Counter that energy shield deflection or counter that damage power. Now, towards mid portion of his dial here, he does get probability control, which most mystical people should have, and phasing teleport with a 12. So he's a good person to potentially get someone out of a trouble spot. His attack here ability, which is also very useful, give Abra Kadabra a free action and deal 1 unavoidable damage to another friendly character that shares a keyword with Abra Kadabra and is within range and line of fire. When you do, choose any standard power, and Abra Kadabra can use that power until your next turn. That is awesome. Now imagine like all those characters that have like an activation click, or maybe you bring someone along on your team with the Injustice League that might have regen or steal energy. I can think of a couple. Yeah, you just kind of back and forth. You take out, you know, he is a good utilitarian support piece. I would say for 110 points, you know, if you're coming in at a 500-point game, this guy, I mean, there's been other pieces that I think have similar roles that have filled great spots like that, such as Omen and, you know, other mystical folks. So he is definitely an amazing support piece. He's an amazing sculpt. He is a super rare in the Flash set, so pulling him is not going to be difficult, but I'm going to tell you, like I told you in the previous video here, grab the yellow Flash. So that has been our lucky boosters. Speaking of which, out of this very box here, today I pulled Question, which that's the only chase I've seen from the Trinity of Sin chases in this set. Like, I've seen Question online and stuff like that. I haven't seen Phantom Stranger yet. I haven't seen Pandora yet, but I was lucky enough to pull a Question today, and I want to say this Question is amazing. He is just as good as the actual Trinity of Sin convention LE. I would even say maybe a little broken. Maybe a little broken. In my case, he's actually broken. I tried to pull him off, and unfortunately, the portion that he was attached to his switch click thing was glued to the base, so that stayed. I got to go home and I got to pry that off and glue that back on. But suffice to say, like, I mean, he has a great sculpt, but you know, it's just a repaint of the Trinity of Sin convention LE. But here's the sauce here. Here's where he's awesome. His traits and his powers. He also once again has 6 clicks of life, but he ends on his last click with regen and 18 defense. Now he's got this trait where he can copy. He's a wild card. He's got toughness. That's as a trait. Sorry, Landon's yelling right now. But the big thing is that he can copy uncopyable team abilities if they have the Detective or the Trinity of Sin keyword. Now I can think of a couple people that have the Quintessence that have that share a keyword with him, such as a Detective from the Arkham Asylum set. I can't remember his name right now, but of course Phantom Stranger, who has a Trinity of Sin keyword. Now, you know, if I was to go through the realms, I could probably find, you know, at least a half a dozen more that have quintessence. But at the same time, I'm very hesitant to like maybe go after quintessence or maybe even power cosmic, because although they're great powers, I'd still probably want to go with mystics with them, because I want them to get in there, get some damage, maybe take some hits and deal out some damage. Another thing here, he on a starting click, he does have charge, shape change, and stealth, which, you know, of course, the question, he should have those items. Starting with an 11 attack and 3 damage, he is a very decent secondary attacker, and he's only coming in at 100 points again. Now, they did lower his range to 3. I think he actually had a 6 in the actual con LE, but at the same time, this guy is going to be getting up in your face, and he's going to be punching you square in the middle, the jaw. Now, he does have his, he's got poison and precision strike, so that's another reason to keep him up close, while he's not really going to use the range that much. When he does use poison and makes an attack, after actions resolve, he can use Smoke Cloud as a free action, but only to place hindering terrain tokens in the square that that he occupies and adjacent to it. So, you know, him having stealth, he's basically, every time he attacks, he's creating cover for himself. Very useful. Now, his damage here, he starts off with his special damage, which basically the question can use Outwit when he does remove an action token from him if he has 2 action tokens. Now, if you've noticed on his dial here, oops, he is indomitable. So that is crazy useful. He's basically going to keep on going, keep on going, keep on going when the rest of your team is still trying to catch their win, removing action tokens. Now, the downside to this is that you cannot outwit at the start of your turn if you've got, you know, a single action token.
Oh, you mean everybody's got?
So you're going to have to wait until you've got that second action to use outwit to take advantage of that situation. So just remember that when you're playing this guy. Another option, another thing here is, I don't know if you know, like every chase in the set has some kind of weird color. For the most part, you look online, people are like, oh, it's just black dial. How the heck are you going to know? It is semi-translucent. You really can't see it on this camera here, but it is semi-translucent.
That's what I'm going to do is...
Oh, okay, so yeah, after the second click, he does go down to a 10 attack and a 2 damage. So he's going to need some perplexing there if you want to really make him useful. But if he starts at it, oh, by the way, he does have 2 point values. He's both 100 points and 60 points. Sorry about that. On his starting click on his he's got charge, stealth, and shape change again. Plus he's got that precision strike. But he does lose his special outwit ability. But he grants himself exploit weakness, which, you know, that's awesome. And then he's got a close combat or combat reflexes. So he's coming in and he's staying next to a person with poison, smoke cloud, exploit weakness, and a 19 defense. That's scary for 60 points. I don't care who you are, that's scary for 60 points. He keeps that, but then on his second click on a 60-point value, or the fourth click on his 100-point value, he gains Blade's Claws and a 10 attack with Exploit Weakness. I love that combo. And then giving them a 2 with Blade's Claws, that makes a happy Steve, because I hate having to make that decision between a 3 or rolling Blade's Claws. I don't care. I don't think it ever should be. If they have Blade's Claws, they should have only a 2 or a 1 damage.
What the hell?
But then, you know... once again, has a charge and the shape change and the stealth. Second to last click here, he gets just precision strike, but he gets his outwit back. So that's crazy useful. So on that second to last click, he could just keep on going, keep on going. Now, though he is a little susceptible himself to precision strike because he does have super senses at this point, but it is an 18 defense, so that's nothing to scoff at. And then his final click here. Exploit weakness, regen with 18 defense, and a 7 with charge, and then he's got that precision strike and smoke cloud again. Not as useful since he did lose stealth, but still having that precision strike and free smoke cloud and poison is just a nice combo. So that is the question, and I have to say I am glad I pulled him. He seems very useful. I can see using him in the future. I am slightly disappointed that the chases are the Trinity of Sin, but not that disappointed with the actual dial design, because these guys are powerful, and I can see why they are chases. These even would be a little more powerful than, you know, the usual monthly OP kits stuff, so I can see why they're a chase. Now, when he is attached to the team base, I should mention this. This team character can use shape change and stealth, so both pretty useful. But at the same time, I don't know. I'd still probably want to go with the other question, just for the perplexing portion of it. Yeah, this is Big Stage version. So that's question. And this is Abra, which once again, so far he's my favorite sculpt from this set. Let me know what you think in the comments, what you'd like to see next from the Flash set. We've got a lot more boosters to open. We've got a lot more pieces to see in the set. And if you're ever in Savannah, Georgia, come on down to Morningstar Games. If you can't make it down to Savannah, Georgia, feel free to subscribe to our channel and like this video. And, anyways, thanks for watching. Until next time.